Hello and welcome to Raising Champions Academy YouTube channel. You are welcome. I am Chini Udofia. I am the founder of Raising Champions Academy. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Yes, we're excited to have you come and watch our videos on this channel. We don't take it for granted. We're excited, we're delighted, we're so grateful that you take our time to come, click on the link and even watch. But yes, we'll be more delighted if you just subscribe to our channel. We'll be so grateful, and we'll also let you know that we're grateful, right? So you're welcome to our channel, our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the other videos that you have watched, that you have shared, and that you have liked. And we also want to say thank you in advance for subscribing and for bringing your friends also to subscribe. So this is a community where we want others to come into. Okay, so as we know and as we say that raising a child to become a champion is not the duty of one person. I cannot do it alone. So that's why I need you parents, I need you caregivers, I need you to come on board so that we can partner and raise these children to be who God has ordained them to be. Okay, so welcome to December. Yes, so you're welcome to December. This is December 2024. December, it's always exciting for me. I particularly love December because December, number one, is end of year. You know, it's like a time for celebration, counting our blessings and like, oh, what has been done, what has been achieved, what is yet to be done, and all of that. So I love December, you know, very well, very, very much. Okay, so one of the things about December for me, it's a time to sit back and recount all that God has done for me, and then I begin to tell God thank you. So I see December as that month of gratitude. I call it the month of gratitude, the month to count everything, remember everything that God has done, and begin to appreciate Him for all of that, right? So December is my month of gratitude. Anytime, that's what December is to me. And like we know that gratitude is an attitude that can, take us to greater heights in life. All right, so in this video, in this space, we have been talking about raising our children to fulfill purpose. And one of those things we may need to instill in our children so that they can fulfill purpose is to begin to live a life of gratitude. One attitude we want them to imbibe is that attitude of gratitude. Like that saying that goes that your attitude, not your aptitude, determines your altitude, right? And one attitude that it's commendable is that attitude of gratitude. You're always grateful, thankful, and all of that. So that's one attitude that we need to make sure our children imbibe, because once that attitude is intact, once they are able to be grateful to God for what God has done, the rest will be history. Anybody that can be grateful, that person, there's this saying I heard that said, if you are thankful, okay, if you can think, you can thank, right? And once you can thank, your tank will be full. So if you can think, what does thinking help us do? Thinking help us to think of the good things that God has done. Think of those things that, I was saying in my posts, my Facebook page, I said, a lot of us want to count those physical things. Oh, that's the car, that's the house, those things that we feel are the most important, and then we leave out the ones that are most important. We leave out a lot of us don't even remember that, in a whole year, like someone like me, in a whole year, I've never taken anti-malaria drugs. Yeah. But then I may be somewhere now and be thinking, I've not bought a car, so I won't be grateful. Meanwhile, there's some people that are admitted in the hospital almost every month of the year because of malaria, because even when they take the drugs, it's not enough. They need to be admitted, they need to be injected and all of that. But here I am, I've not even taken one anti-malaria in a whole year, but then I will now feel it's nothing to be grateful about. That's serious. That's serious. So if we learn to be, if we can think, we can thank. And if we can thank, then our tank will be full of blessings, full of joy, full of favor, and everything that we so desire. So one attitude we need to imbibe, we may need to imbibe into the lives of our children to enable them to fulfill purpose, is that attitude of thanksgiving. That attitude of thanksgiving, gratitude, being grateful for what they have, for what they don't have. Be grateful. All right, so here it's me saying to you today, you want your child to fulfill purpose. Are you looking at growing that child, training that child, he or her, to become, to be that champion that is going to fulfill purpose? She or he must learn how to be thankful, must be grateful. If we look at the life of David in the Bible, he's a champion, and one thing that brought him far, that took him far in life, was that heart of gratitude. He was always grateful to God. He always saw everything as, as a not like no, not a right, but a privilege. He was always grateful. Every time you see him, that was why he's always coming up with songs, psalms. He was always singing, and his psalms were always thanking God, how great God is, how God has been grateful to him, how God has been gracious to him, how God has been faithful, how God has fought his battle, and that is it. That's the attitude. That's the attitude. And we may need to imbibe it into our children so that they become who God has ordained them to be. And you know what? It is humble people that are grateful people. Yes. And the Bible says anyone that is not humble is proud. And God resists the proud. So if God resists your child, it means your child may not even be able to fulfill purpose. So yes, gratitude comes from the place of humility. So until we are humble, we may not even be grateful. Right? So let's teach our children. Make sure they are humble enough to see what God has done for them. But then it starts from us. Remember when I talked about why we need to raise our champion, and how we need to raise our champion? I said, first of all, I need to be a champion. If I'm not a champion, my children will say, okay, if it's good to be a champion, then you should have been one. So whatever it is we need our children to do, we need to model it. Are you humble as a parent, as a caregiver? Are you a grateful person? So if the answer to these questions are yes, then fine. That means we have answered the first, it's halfway gone. So we will also train our children in that regard, so they begin to be grateful, so that gratefulness will lead them into their God-given purpose. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like our channel. Don't forget to follow us. Please share to your friends, share in your community, and keep watching our video. Thank you so much. Yes, please turn on the notification button so that when next a new video comes in, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for watching. We don't take it for granted. We appreciate you. And like we say, we cannot do it alone. I cannot do it alone. We need you. We need a community to raise our children to become champions and fulfill the purpose that God has ordained them to fulfill. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Chinua Udofia. I want to say thank you and God bless you. Bye.